We're very thrilled to have you all here. This is actually our first ever session with the community. Um, can you all hear me? If you hear me, can you just type something? Let's see. Okay, great. Okay, so everyone can hear me now. So we had some technical issues. Actually, this is our first time ever to use Zoom with the community. We tried to actually find some other ways to connect with you guys. I'm David, so I will be moderating this session, and I will be also forwarding you questions to the team. TJ is going to be our second moderator. TJ.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, TJ. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I hope everyone else is doing good as well. I'm really excited for our first community Zoom meeting.
Okay, I think we've started receiving some questions already. What you guys need to do is start forwarding your questions on our global channel. This is going to be a brief overview of what Kebab Finance is, as you all already know. And this, at the same time, it's going to be an opportunity for you guys to forward your questions to our team. Right, TJ?
Yes, sir. We're having some new developments where we're going to be giving out more kebabs just to help drive the community because we want to award you guys. Can you hear me all right, David?
Yeah, yes. We're looking for the best questions, okay? Questions that make sense, questions that are in conjunction with Binance Smart Chain, and also questions that will help the community learn a little bit more about the DeFi space and Kebab Finance.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Hey, Chef's trying to get into the Zoom call. We could add him up real quick. You wanted me to let you know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Hi and welcome.
Welcome, David. First of all, thank you for organizing this community meetup. Give me a second. I really wanted to give a brief update to the community about how the project proceeds and what's our perspective as in overall DeFi space. So I think people would love to hear what I think and what we think as Kebab Finance in the DeFi space. So it will be a brief explanation from my side, 10-minute tops, then we can take the questions.
We're actually receiving the questions, and we have around 2 minutes. From there we'll be forwarding the questions.
Okay, let's start in 2 minutes because I have a really unstable internet connection and I had issue connecting to Zoom, so I don't want.
Okay, TJ is also going to check the questions. Question number 1. This is from Manu. Community support is one of the biggest aspects of a project's success. Most projects have programs that interact with their users. Do you have any special plans to attract and expand the community and improve the user experience? CJ?
Yeah, so we're actually developing a new UI and interactive roadmap along with a completely new app, which will have you guys it be more in tune with our updates. It's going to be more intuitive and more attractive. And overall, we just want to give back to our community through that. David, do you want to tell them a little bit about the roadmap and the app that we're working on?
Well, actually, the roadmap is an interactive one. So we're planning on sharing our interactive roadmap with the community on a future live session, hopefully. And there is going to be an interactive application. This will allow the community to interact in a more professional way and transparent way. We noticed that we have been targeted by scammers and lots of things that are actually they're just an obstacle on what we're doing. what we're trying to build for Binance Smart Chain. We're doing our best to eliminate all of that. In the process, we noticed that Binance Smart Chain needs transparency in terms of working with the community. So this is more of building the community and having a transparent approach. What our project is trying to achieve in the long run. So the application is going to allow the community to interact in a very professional way, in a transparent way, and you won't really notice or see any of those attacks. PJ?
I think, we've had spammers, brute force attacks. We've had all kinds of different ones, and we're tracking them globally. Like, we have scammers from Russia. I think we had a few from India. And I feel like what this app is going to do, it's just going to help us streamline everything better for our real community, and just keep the scammers and the spammers out. And yeah, we're already doing a lot of that with the new changes that we've implemented recently. But once we have this app launched, I feel like you guys are really going to be excited about it.
Yeah, and there is an interesting question here, which is on safety of the fund. And I believe that the safety of the fund starts with the community. And I think if you have a strong community, they're going to be very supportive, and they're going to also educate other members of the community in the process. So the problem is that some people don't really have that much knowledge about how everything works. So we are trying to simplify everything for them. And make this very simple in terms of interaction. So I think there is so much to explore in Binance Smart Chain, and it's so much to explore with us as a team. So here I have a question for Chef.
Which one is the question?
So can you indicate a feature that you like best about the platform so that it can compete with other competitors? What are you confident about in the platform?
Okay. So what I wanted to actually explain when I'm joining this Zoom call is the next patch and what we actually plan with Kebab Finance in the long and short term run. And if you see it suitable, because you are the moderator of the talk, I would like to talk 10 minutes top about what should our users expect from Kebab Finance, and it will touch the competitive scene and how we are planning to compete with other DeFi apps, because it's like the DeFi space is quite young and quite experimental. And what I want to explain is actually, let me start with the next patch. I think all of the people are waiting the details of burn, the dashboard, future tokenomics and stuff like that. So I will try to explain those in 10 minutes, and we will obviously have communication channels open in the previous weeks, like Medium. You can expect detailed articles on how these things work. So the next patch will mostly cover a detailed dashboard. All the users will be able to see their price of LP tokens, what they're holding, so they don't need to use third-party sites to check the price of an LP token. So there will be UI improvement.
Easy for them to.
Sorry, what did you say, David?
It will be easy for them to see all that information in one place.
Yes, it will be better for a newcomer adjustment, because when they are hopping into DeFi space, they don't even know what is an LP token. So they should able to see the value of their tokens and overall statistics. We plan to improve it to the top level, but the first step is LP price, some useful information in the DeFi space, and more of a tidy UI to provide some ease to our users. So this is the first thing that will be in the next update. The second thing is burn mechanism. So the burn mechanism will be actually duo token model, and it will have like some specialties, like deflationary specialties. So let's say that you will be able to burn Kebab to X token with 1-to-1 ratio in day one, but like after a day, it will be the efficiency of burn will reduce. So it will encourage users to burn their Kebab to get the X token as fast as they can. So the numbers will be on the article when we explain it detailedly. And the X token will be actually a second layer of farming, but the trick is what we wanted to provide is a real yield to both Kebab and the X token. So from my perspective, when you are like farming a DeFi token or any other low cap token, the yield is like real, but it's actually not real. So what we want to provide is like, we want to like operate like a hedge fund or investment fund and do the investment that brings yield and deliver it back to the community. So as an instance, like we have BNB and BTCB pools. So basically the yields from those pools, we are actually like putting it on those pools from our staking rewards from the BNB and BTCSD we hold. So what we actually want to do, okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that's something that a lot of community members are asking. How does that happen? Where does that come from? So we explained that to them in a previous Medium article, and it was very clear that it was an investment. So a lot of people still have questions about it. How does that work? And I think this is very clear now that the community understand it. Yes.
Yeah. So, oh, real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt again. What exactly was that article? I can send it in the chat here so you guys can have it.
No, it was one of the first articles.
One of the first articles on BTCB, right?
BTCSD. Yeah. It's
BTCSD, yes, BTCSD.
Okay, I'll look for it. All right.
So what we actually plan to add to this second token when you are going to get with burning Kebab is additional yield. So let's say that Kebab have BNB and BTCB yield right now. You can get BTC and BNB. Like these are like high market cap tokens. So I like to define them as high yield. So what we want to do is giving additional yield to the burn token, and also it will be tied to the governance tool. So you will be able to participate in the community votes with the burn token. So it's like another utility added to it. And in the future, if we can find like anything that yields, we would like to add into the burn token pools as additional rewards, but it will come up like this. So there will be a new farming pair and there will be market for the new burn token. So you can actually define it as a second layer farming, but also it has utility to governance, and we are planning to add additional stuff to these burn tokens. So
a burn token with several functions.
Yes, several functions, and I personally want to add more functions if we can like work around it. So it will start as like exactly as Kebab. It will have like governance tied to it, and if you add additional yields to it, it may be even like more functional than the Kebab. But obviously the burn efficiency will be down every day. So it will be a different economic mechanic to experiment in the DeFi space.
I think this is something new for Binance Smart Chain. And I think that this will bring value to the investors. And I think this is an amazing approach to how the burning mechanism should be approached. I have another question. Yeah, this is an interesting question that we've been receiving all the time. This one is from a random individual. This is the name of one of our community members. So does Kebab have any plans to have an inbuilt auto compounding in the future?
Well, obviously we can add something like that, but it's not in the short-term roadmap. Actually, like it's a future like we can add, and we will probably add in the future. But I actually didn't do any work on it, so I can't really say anything right now. If it's like, let's say that if we open a governance vote on the Kebab and users actually wanted it or something different, because as developers, like we have to manage the workload efficiently to provide the most wanted features that will bring value to the project. So obviously it needs to be added, but I don't know like when will it be in Kebab Finance. So it's a developing project, and we will work on it.
Okay. I think this is a good question. This one is asking you your opinion about the community. Do you really take into account community feedback?
So I think the
Viper Pilot.
If he's asking my opinion, like I think we really managed to build a great community in the first 2 months. Even though like it can be tiring to communicate one-to-one with every investor and like supporter from our community. I think overall we have a great community, and I'm receiving some messages, support messages, like from time to time. I'm checking my DMs. You can always like contact me. I try to answer everyone like daily basis. So let me be honest, I wasn't really active on Telegram for the last couple of weeks. So I think the overall state of the community is great, and we can always add on it.
Yeah. So we want the community to rest assured that we are trying our best, and we are listening to them, and we take their feedback, and we are working 24/7, so we're doing our best. Now, I think we'll conclude with this one last question. This one is on CERTIC. Members are asking, why would it take so long?
So let me explain how the CERTIC operates. So when we apply for a full audit date at CERTIC, so it was 17th this month, so it was 12 days ago, they give us preliminary comments. So it's for the company and for us to improve the contracts, like minor improvements like gas fees, GitHub organization, and like those are small fixes. So we did that. We sent them for secondary review. As you can imagine, like CERTIC is like receiving a lot of requests for full audit, and I don't know how many people, how many developers working on their team, but I can say that I received a message saying that, let me check actually. Sorry for the delay, guys. Okay, I received a message saying that the final report will be provided later today, but the CERTIC audit is not in our hand right now, so we need to receive feedback from the CERTIC. So I think it should be up in their portal that's showing the state of the project. And as far as I remember, like we applied for their shield program. It was like one shield, but I wanted to try it. Like it's a security program for DeFi space, and it will be up soon, I guess.
So that was it. I think these are the questions that we have for now. Is there anything that you would like to add?
You got it,
okay.
Chef.
Okay, let me like, I wanted to explain every element like 20 minutes, 10 minutes to mention the details of the next patch. so people would know what to expect. And the timeline is like what I anticipated is like 2 to 3 weeks, and it will contain dashboard, improved UI, burn token, new payers tied to this burn token, and new burn token pools and governance tied to this burn token. So the most of the work is almost done in the backend part. So people should know what to expect in this next patch, and we will be releasing more detailed articles and speed up the communication, because as you saw, we are on the we have a chance to be in top 5 and move to the innovation zone. So we should speed up the overall development and communication process as Kebab Finance.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Chef was saying, with the turning up of articles coming up soon, I just think that speaks volumes of how much we care about our community. In this upcoming month, we're just going to have a lot more engagement moving forwards. And we want to include you guys as much as we can. And we really care about our community. So back to you, David.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Chef. And I would like to thank everyone for taking the time to join us today in our first ever Zoom meeting. I think that we are the first project in the history of decentralized finance to have a Zoom meeting, if I'm not wrong. It was an opportunity to sort of connect with the community. If you guys have any questions that you wish to ask before we conclude this session, please feel free to ask. Use our chat on Zoom. I think, yes, TJ, I think you're able to see the questions, right?
Yes.
This one is from Matthew. Okay. Matthew, you are unmuted now.
Hello, everyone.
Matthew, hi, and thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for all your support and the positive energy that you brought to the community. So Matthew has a question.
Okay. What's up, Matteo?
Yeah, we're listening.
He's muted again.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not so good in English. I'll try.
Are you Italian?
Yeah.
Okay, I noticed from your accent.
Okay. The question is, what in your opinion was the most important feature to pass the phase 2 of the MVB? And what do you have up in your sleeves to compete in the phase 3?
Yeah.
Phase 3 is the innovation zone, so we need to make some innovations. And even though I think that second token and burn farming will improve the attraction and users will like it, we have other plans to implement on Kebab in the future, like Kebab Silver. And I plan to make this code closed source. As far as I understand, Binance really like closed source code for some reason. I don't know why. And we actually want to make pegged silver token backed with actual silver, and it will have decaying token abilities. It will be spatial BEP20 token. After we're done with this patch, I think we will directly move forward to that direction. So even if we can't get into innovation zone at the end of the April, we will eventually get there, because we will be building on top of it every month. And it's just a matter of time, in my opinion, and it's mostly about community interaction, gathering more people to the Binance Smart Chain, and experimenting some stuff on the DeFi space overall. I hope it answered your question, and I saw one more question in the chat, and I really want to answer it because I'm receiving it for a lot of time. It's about to migrator code.
Is it in our Zoom chat, or
yes,
is it in our global channel?
Yeah. It's in our Zoom chat. I think Adam asked for it, and James Jackson as well.
Yes, it's on the migrator code. Yes.
Okay, so if I answer it directly right now, I think it would be okay for people. So migrator code is something really annoying, and when we are forking the pancake, we got the migrator code on the kebab, and for the security reason, we added like 12 hours time lock contract after a week, and it really serves the purpose, but technically it's actually possible to get rid of the migrator code. But let me try to explain technical aspects so people can understand why we can't delete the migrator code. So if we try to delete the migrator code right now, there will be a brief moment. There will be a brief moment where we can take away all the fonts because we need to interact with the master chef contract to delete the core code itself, and there will be security breach if we ever try to do that. And I never want to touch the migrator code. But what we can do in the future as a potential precaution to this, we can add a special command to the time lock contract, which disable us to use the migrator code. So it will be technically unusable, but it will be still in the core code, because if we try to delete it from the core code right now with 15 million TVL, it will only create FUD, and the project come in the edge of a collapse in that process. I mean, after that, maybe we can get back the TVL amount and the token price will recover. But I really think it's a reckless move to delete the migrator code, because the only technical way is to actually interact with the code. And it's a security risk right now to delete the migrator code. That's why the pancake is not deleting it as well. So what we are offering is a potential solution which will completely disable to interact with the migrator code. And in theory, it works. Obviously, we will open it to the governance. Maybe if the community wants us to completely delete the migrator code and trust with the funds, we can do it as well, but we need the governance tool for that. I hope it answered the question.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is they're actually asking us about the new token name. So
yeah, what's up? What are we talking about? Sorry.
The new token name. We didn't actually mention anything about the contest regarding the new token name.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to be launching a new contest soon, guys, where it's going to be on Twitter, Instagram. David will pin it in Telegram, launching it on Reddit as well. Essentially, it's a contest to name our new token, in which you guys will compete to see whoever can come up with the best name, and then from there, the winners will be rewarded in Kebab. Have we decided how much Kebab, by the way, David?
Well, it hasn't been decided yet. But what's important here is that the community will have the chance to participate, to name a token. And this is something that's very important in the DeFi space.
For sure.
Because when you really need to give the community a voice to decide on certain issues, certain things, and that's what we are as a team trying to achieve with the community. So this the token name if the community will be able to come up with a creative name.
Well, and I think too, the name will be representative of our community, and like you said, including our community is a really big part of these projects, and it's a really big part of who we are. We want to include you guys. So you being able to come up with a new token name, I feel like is going to be really representative of what we care about, and that's putting our community first. So we thought it'd be a great idea to have you guys try and come up with something that could represent the community overall.
Yes, I think we have answered all the questions that you guys have. So we will be choosing from the questions that we have here in our global channel. And I think best questions will receive some rewards. So we'll be announcing this to the community on our global channel. Thank you for attending.
Yeah, thank you guys. Session. This is awesome.
This was experimental, actually, because it is our first time to do this on Zoom, and we're also learning. We're learning. We're learning from you. We're learning from we learn how these things work. So, and we hope to improve on our services and build a great community. And I think we are going to get there.
For sure.
Very confident. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending. Any last words?
No, just thank you guys. This is really awesome, and I think we have many more of these to come, and we appreciate you, and I really like our community. So thank you guys for attending, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you very much.